Hello Floss Tube. It is Saturday morning, the 28th of April, and I am in my hotel room at the Milton Keynes retreat. I don't know if I'm being a bit quiet, apologies if I am. I'm a bit aware that the walls might be quite thin maybe, so I'm just trying to be a bit quiet in case anyone's still asleep. Yeah, so I got here about 10 to 7 last night. Took me about an hour and a half to get here from home. Should have only taken about an hour, but traffic was pretty bad on as it was a Friday night. Got here, a space was saved for me at the table, so that was really nice. And then we went and had dinner and spent a good few hours stitching, and then went to bed at about midnight or so. So I'm up early, going to get some breakfast, and then going back to the stitching room for another day of stitching. Sparklies are going to come later, selling all their fabrics, so I should be spending a bit of money with them probably. Yeah, so I will try and film some clips throughout the weekend, and I'll put this all together and see what happens. So yeah, bye. Hello Floss Tube, it's Buckle Stitch and it is Saturday the 28th of April. Well actually no, it's past midnight now, so it's 29th of April, and I've just got back into my hotel room after spending the whole day stitching. Yeah, so overall, from including yesterday and today, I've stitched on 4 different things. I've left all my stitching in the room downstairs, so I'll have to show you in another point in this video. But I started a new Lizzie Kate design last night, so a few of us around the table decided to do a Lizzie Kate start. So mine was my mind has gone blank. What on earth did I start? Oh my goodness. That is awful. I can't even remember what it's called. Must be suffering from severe tiredness. Oh my god. Something's seriously wrong with me. It was Lizzie Kate Seasons, and I started on summer. So a few of us did that. Then we had another new start with everyone in the room this morning. So I started The Rain Fell by Little House Needleworks, and for most of the day I've been working on Sailing by Little House Needleworks because I'm so close to a finish, and I'm hoping that I'll get it finished tomorrow. Yeah, in the few hours of stitching time we've got before we have to go home. And then I also stitched a little bit on Olivia Oakleaf. Yeah, so having a really good time. Not really getting much sleep, so it's about 1:30 midnight now. Yeah, I'll probably get up in about 7 hours. So yeah, I think I'll have to go to bed early Sunday night. What else? Food here is really nice. So yeah, I've definitely eaten too much today, feel a bit sluggish now. But I'm on holiday, I'm on retreat, so I shouldn't really worry too much. Michelle Gunn very kindly allowed me to pick a prize for myself after she'd won a few. Her ticket was pulled out a few times in the raffle, so I got a scissor fob, so that was really nice. Thank you, Michelle. Oh yes, and Sparklies came today. So because lots of people actually have come to the retreat who have brought their businesses with them. Sparklies, I bought 4 pieces of fabric from Sparklies. I'll show you those in another part of the video because I've left them downstairs in the stitching room. Mostly like fairly pale fabrics and some sparkly ones as well. And I also bought a project bag, a unicorn project bag. Yeah, and that was it. So I spent about 50 quid. That's kind of what I was hoping to kind of stick to, so I've done fairly well and not gone overboard too much. Yeah, so I'll get up tomorrow morning, have breakfast and have a good few hours stitching and hopefully a finish before lunch, and then I'll have to go home again at about 2. I haven't managed to film anything in the stitching room, just been too busy chatting, having a laugh, just stitching really. So yeah, and it feels a bit weird filming, I guess, with other people, used to doing these things on my own. But yeah, so I'll hopefully have some other videos to add on to the end of this. So bye! Hello everybody, you've just watched some clips and some photos from the Milton Keynes retreat, which was last weekend. And I just wanted to add a bit on the end to show you what I worked on and my finish that I had while I was there. And yeah, just to kind of review the retreat after it's all finished. So yeah, I had such a good time. I really enjoyed getting to know some new people and spending time with some good stitchy friends. Yeah, and it was just so lovely just to be able to sit and stitch and not have to think about doing any house jobs or just stuff that well, me personally, I feel like I should be doing before I'm sort of allow myself to stitch, so to speak. So, and I haven't even got children, so you know, it's something that I really appreciate. So having that dedicated time where I don't feel like I've got to get things done before I can get my stitching out. So yeah, it was really good. I've put my name down to go to the October one. I think it's the last weekend in October. So yeah, I'm sure it'll come around pretty quickly, but you do miss that time when you get back home again. So I've had a pretty full-on week at work so far, and yeah, I've just every day I've been looking forward to coming home and getting at least some stitches in, yeah, each evening, which I have managed to do so far. Yeah, so if you haven't ever been on a retreat, I highly recommend it. There are loads popping up now all over the place. So yeah, if you fancy going on one, if you do some Facebook searching, you'll find the group where they all seem to stem from. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. I was far less nervous this time because I already knew some people and I knew I was going to be sitting with them, so Claire and Beau. And then I really enjoyed getting to know Michelle Gunmore, Adele, Gemina or Gem Stitch, Kat, I forget your Instagram name, Kat. Who have I forgotten? Donna, Stitching Donna. Yeah, let me double check. I'm going to go around the table in order so I haven't missed anyone out. So it's me, Kat, Beau, Claire, Donna, Adele, Michelle, Gem. I think I got everybody. So I had a really great time, like talking to them and getting to know them a bit better. And we had quite a bit of fun and, you know, lots of laughs as well. Yeah, so I will show you my finish first of all. So I probably worked on this piece the most because I was so close to a finish and I was just looking forward to getting a finish done while I was there. So this is Sailing by Little House Needleworks. I've stitched it on a Fabric of the Month from Sparklies and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. So I've used some classic colourworks through this, not all of them, but you can see the green variegated thread in the palm tree and the other trees at the other end. Yeah, so didn't quite manage to get it in the middle. Not sure how that happened, but hopefully I'll put it in a frame at some point soon and have that up in my cross stitch corner. Yeah, so my favourite bit was the whale, closely followed by the mermaid, but I actually really like the colours all together in the compass. So, and I really like the back stitch on the boat. Yeah, so I'm really pleased with that one. What else did I work on when I was there? So you'll have seen in the photos that I've included in this video that I met up with, well, my stitchy friends that I went with, who I'm doing the Olivia Oakley stitch along with. We took a photo of all of ours together, and we all worked on these for a little while on, I think it was a Saturday night. So all I did really was a bit of the hair here. So, and that is where I'm up to. It's really interesting just how different each person's one looks. So I think there was maybe 3 of us have been doing it on 28 count or 14 count Ada, and then one on 32 count, and don't realise, well maybe you do realise, but just what a difference that size makes and how different it looked as a result. So yeah, that's another one I worked on. Not sure my needle, oh there it is. Okay, so what else? Okay, I worked a little bit on this one on a Sunday morning, but not too much. So this is La Boutique by Country Cottage Needleworks, and all I did on this one was the flower pot and the bricks. So yeah, this will still take me quite a while to finish, because I've still got quite a lot of the windows up here and the roof and some of the details that I've not done yet in the window and some bits and bobs around here. So that will still take me quite a while, but I'm really enjoying it. This is stitched on I think it was, yeah, it's one from Sew It All, and it's a sparkly cream 28 count, I think. So that's that one. Oh, so it had a couple of new starts. So we decided, or some of us decided, that we were going to do a Lizzie Kate new start on the Friday night. After lots of us, you know, got caught up in the Lizzie Kate frenzy and bought loads of charts online a little while back, a month or 2 months ago, however long it was. So my choice was Lizzie Kate Seasons, and I decided to start on summer, as did Bo. So we both started on that one, but we both started at different places, and this is how far I got. So I'm using the called for colours. Well, I think I substituted the brown out just because I didn't have it, and I chose an alternative similar shade of brown. Yeah, so that's as far as I got. So hopefully I'll put a few more stitches in that this weekend. And this is being stitched on 28 count even weave from Sew It All Etamine. And I'm stitching all of them on this fabric in separate pieces. So then hopefully I can frame them like that and put them out on display for each season. So that's that one. And then another new start, which sort of everyone at the retreat was doing on a Saturday morning, or maybe everyone, but it was planned that everyone would have a new start at 10 o'clock on the Saturday morning. So mine was The Rain Fell by Little House Needleworks, and this is how far I got, and I've stitched some more on this since. So while I was there, I think all I had done was the pink flowers, because then I went back to sailing to try and get a finish. And I had stitched, when I got back a couple of days later, I'd stitched, there's 2 white flowers, and I have no idea how this happened, but I ended up stitching it in completely the wrong place. I can't have been concentrating, so I had to unpick all of that. And then I've done the umbrella handle, her head, her hair, and part of the umbrella. So, and this is being stitched on, this is called Blue Lace Agate, and it is a 32 count Murano in opalescent. So a nice sparkly blue. So yeah, quite enjoying that one. I think that's all of the ones I worked on. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5. Which is pretty good going across a weekend, I think. Unless your name's Michelle Gunn. She worked on 9. Impressive. Yeah, and made some purchases while I was there. There were lots of people that took their businesses. So we had Sarah Marnie's shop, Marnie's Mixed Bag, Sparkly's, Kate Sparkly's came with all the fabrics. Pretty Things by Ina, lots of sewing bags or project bags. Yeah, some other bits and bobs, and I purchased a few pieces of fabric. So I have this one, sparkly green. This was, I think, significantly cheaper than maybe it should have been, because it was like an offcut of a bigger piece. So that's that one. No idea what I'm going to use these for, but good to have in the stash. Then I had Slightly Rosy. I can't bother to take them out of the packet. Too much work. Haven't had my dinner yet. Dr. Smith's Tonic, nice sparkly neutral. It's a 32 count Murano in opalescent. So nice neutral colour. Then Primrose, another sparkly one. 28 Brittany this time. So I've actually got this fabric already, but in an 18 count Ada, and it's a lot paler than this, which is perfect for what I wanted, because it's what I'm stitching my Canada piece on. But yeah, so I really liked how you could see the greens and blues quite clearly on this one, so I'll pick that one up too. What else? There's probably quite a few other things. Can't think of anything else, so I'll stop waffling. Yeah, so if anyone's got any questions. Oh, I've got something else. I knew there was something else, that's why I wasn't letting myself stop the video. I also purchased from Marnie's Mixed Bag, if I can find it. Oh, a new chart. And this is Country Cottage Needleworks Spring, Welcome Spring. And I was drawn to this because of the carrots and the variegated orange thread used in the carrots. I've got Kat to thank for that. She's been stitching carrots next to me all weekend for her Lizzie Kate piece that she started. So I bought all the DMC from Sarah as well, and then I just had 2 classic colourworks to order, so I ordered them from Peakside and got them yesterday. So I made a start, and that is where I got to, and I really love the orange on that green. So this is not the called for fabric, but I quite liked it, but it's the closest thing I had in my stash. And it is from Sew It All, and it's either a 20, I think it's probably a 28 or 32 even wave. Yeah. So I'll probably carry on with that in a little while. Yeah. So I hope everyone has a great stitchy week or weekend, and a long weekend as well for us here in the UK. I'm supposed to be having a barbecue on Bank Holiday Monday. So I had a little look at the weather forecast. I think it's supposed to be alright, but you never know how the weather's going to go these days. We had snow a few weeks ago. You know, a heat wave about a couple of weeks. Yeah, so snow about a month ago, heat wave a couple of weeks ago. So it's kind of like, I don't know, semi-winter, semi-summer at the moment. So who knows what's going on with the weather. Yeah, so I'll stop waffling. And I hope everyone in the UK has a lovely bank holiday weekend. And I hope everyone's enjoying Stitch Mania if you're taking part in it. I'm not really. I'm just trying to make an effort to stitch every day. And so far since the retreat, I have managed that, even if it's only been a couple of stitches. Yeah, so thank you everybody for watching and subscribing. I will now stop waffling and have a nice evening and weekend. See you later.